Hi everyone, a big welcome to today's Altcoin Bible. Just a reminder, if you want to watch the extended version of this session where I talk a little bit more about market dynamics going on at the moment, and also share an additional chart, which is XRP, you have to become a newsletter subscriber. We love everyone's support over the last couple of years. It has been absolutely phenomenal. And we've started this year with an absolute bang. I'm releasing a new edition tomorrow around about where I see the market and also some opportunities, particularly from the Bitcoin pairs. That might change in the next 24 hours, depending on what we see in the macro, because it's a bit all over the place. But I think being super, super dialed in around Bitcoin and then understanding when to enter the market to build, I want to say, a bulletproof portfolio for yourself going forward into 2025 to really hedge yourself against a lot of the volatility and the risk that we've been seeing when you don't have to be. A lot of the stuff happening right now is because investors are exposing themselves to a lot of risk with the recency bias of the last few cycles of exactly what happened then and what we're seeing in this cycle. It is vastly different in how it's hitting us, so it's never exactly the same. It can rhyme. Sometimes that rhyming is in a different direction what we think. In this cycle, obviously Bitcoin is holding its own a lot longer and a lot stronger than we've seen previously. So anyway, let's crack in. I want to show you three charts today that I just like for different reasons, and one I don't like very much. Again, these sessions are really for me to I guess refresh myself with some of these charts, but also my main goal, my priority is to educate yourself on just how I look at charts, how we look at charts as well for our investment fund, also with our mastermind clients, and how to, I guess, put as many odds in your favor, because you can look at charts, it's all psychology. It's very much still speculation. You're just looking at people's emotions on a chart, and you're never going to win every single thing that you go into, every single investment you go into, every single trade you go into. So that's what I wanted to just put out there right off the bat is, there is no silver bullet to this stuff, but I'm all about, especially this cycle, is paying a premium for more information, paying a premium for, as much confirmation as possible in a movement up and in a trade, because we've seen there have been very few winners this cycle, and those winners have been fleeting for the most part. Let's get to something that hasn't been a fleeting crypto in terms of upwards performance. It's going through a macro correction right now, but it has vastly outperformed almost everything, including Bitcoin, over the last, I want to say 2 years. I'm not sure when it began its run. In fact, I can probably look. It was way back in let's say August, September 2024. So it's really not that long ago that it started to outperform USD and Bitcoin quite handedly, but it has been consistently strong. And that's what I love about cryptos. When they show relative strength versus Bitcoin, you can almost guarantee that it's going to show outperformance and strength against USD as well. But I like to look at the Bitcoin chart, so SUI versus Bitcoin, to give you not an ultimate confirmation, but give you more confidence that this move is sustainable and it's going to move through. So with SUI here, like I said, it's in this larger macro uptrend, and this is a large correction. Make no mistake, it's about a 50-something% move, correction, whatever you like to call it, down into the 200-day moving average. What I like about SUI here, though, is it is looking really constructive in its rebound up. You can see it's actually broken the downtrend here, tried back here, bit of a fake out, ran into resistance, and the 10 EMA on the daily and just fell down. Right now, though, we're trying our very, very best to remain above the downtrend. And if we can flip this horizontal level above 3.73, around about the mark, I'm going to get a lot more confident that SUI has actually bottomed here and it's moving higher. At the very least, we could see the start of a higher high, higher low uptrend. And if we flip this next horizontal at this major peak at around about $4, I think that is the key level. That's the crucial level where we will see SUI, come back up here, flip the major support level, and then go off to all-time highs. So what I want to see for the bottom is a couple of levels, flipped, show me some strength before, I overly commit. But on some cryptos though, when they give you a 50% move, you buy the extremes, and hopefully some people got some prices there. It's certainly a high conviction of mine. Might not be yours. That's fine. That's just the way I see it. So when I see big blood like that, I'm like, I need to buy. So yes, hopefully everyone got some value, but so far that looks good. Also, it's one of the best looking charts on my watch list right now. There are very few charts that are looking good against Bitcoin. SUI is one of them. It's rebounded, probably one of the hardest moves out of all the cryptos versus Bitcoin. So that is absolutely on my cards. Also, RSI looking just beautiful for a breakout here, for SUI for a full recovery. Stoke RSI looks great as well. And I think upside targets, shorter term can be looking around $5, the sort of the top of this range. And then we can start to look around the Fibonacci's, which are around $8 to $10 ultimately. Now, as bullish as I was just on that sort of take and analysis in terms of this, SUI is actually my one to watch. This is a one to watch because it still has to prove itself, still has to recover. Hyperliquid, though, it's probably a crypto that not many people are aware of. It's not available on too many exchanges. I think it's on Gate, but it is getting a lot of positive news, a lot of positive press, and it's kind of an emerging larger crypto, I'd say a mid cap that's just starting to pop. And I'm just looking at a lot of charts right now. There might be a couple of others that look similar to this, but I wanted to cover one of the better performers. Now, what's interesting to me when I just look at this chart, it's almost like the last 72 hours did not happen for Hyperliquid. Yes, it had a move down, to here, but it's like nothing happened. It is just back in this zone. I mean, you look at the XRP chart, and SUI chart was down like 50%. XRP is still down in those lows, which is a little bit alarming, but it's a Hyperliquid. Can talk about XRP all day. Look at Hyperliquid here. This is just a beautiful sort of bowl shape. And this candle, you can see the buy volume came in on this candle below. So buyers don't want to let it go much lower. So this is compressing for a much larger move. I love the flip of this level. You can see how important this was, wick, but also the top of that. This has just been a really strong pivot level. So the fact that we've tried to daily close, we have daily closed above it, and now it looks like we're going back to the top of the range at 27. I really think, though, the larger move here is this flip up here. You flip that 27.50, like my squiggle there, and it's off to new highs quite easily. There's no volume above. It's a relatively new crypto. There's a lot of buy volume behind it. It's got momentum. Stoke RSI, hit the 50 and just bounce straight back up. Stoke RSI looks perfect at 50 as well, turning over. This is as good as a chart out there that you want to find, but of course you don't want to take on too much risk because this could reverse. The best place to sort of look at this is probably when it's above this range. That's what I'm thinking here, guys. I think it's a smart play for myself. $35 is probably the target there once that flips, but I would get a little bit concerned if it starts to daily close around 22.50, this type of region where we could see kind of like a fall over situation. All right, onto my danger zone. It is actually a SUI eco play. No matter how good SUI looks, CETUS has been absolutely smashed over the face. Even though SUI's been doing all right, Deepbook's actually been getting a lot of the the positive momentum from capital, from what I've seen, which is another SUI ecosystem play. But CETUS at DEX, had a great run. And it's in a really deep correction here. And this is either the bottom or this is the start of maybe the final leg down for it. And it might not go too much lower, but you can see just how pivotal this level is for CETUS. And this red candle here actually closed beneath the support level, at least on my chart. And this candle is trying to recover. But if this daily candle we're in now, this green one, closes actually beneath the support level, you can see there. If it closes beneath this, then I think there's a very real chance my squiggle there actually starts to drift towards lower prices. So 10 cents, 90 cents, 80 cents, it's where these previous levels were, and that could be the final bottoming out, because the RSI still has a bit of room to go to the downside. Just because it's in an area which looks like 30, it can go down to 15, 20, whatever, and just bounce around there for a while. But what I want to see from CETUS is to actually reclaim the level. That's at a minimum, reclaim this level here. But the key is this 10 EMA. Like up here, it did the same thing, ran into the 10 EMA, the blue line, and just got rejected massively. So it needs to recover at least that and the volume. But the safest area to get interested in CETUS again, you guessed it, it's up here. So flip this horizontal, and then she's back in an upwards movement trend, which is a really good spot. So look, I'd personally, you could make an argument to maybe deploy a position here on the proviso that it's in a really extreme area, and you're playing sort of a longer game here, or you just be patient, wait for some closes, buy when you see a bit of strength here, or you set orders a little bit lower. and you wait for a larger move. But I think CETUS is probably something you just want to stay clear of right now. Use alerts as your friend. Yeah, so they're my 3 today, guys. If you you love these episodes and you want to see the longer versions of them, yeah, again, make sure you become a newsletter subscriber, and can't wait to release my edition tomorrow. So again, hope you have a wonderful day. Like I am, I had an absolutely awesome day. I just thought I'd share that. It's such a wonderful sunny afternoon. I did the meditation this morning, approaching the market with a real positive mindset today. I think we are up for a bumper next couple of months, barring any, again, macro road humps coming. Where did the tension and just letting you in on something, the tension and the build up, it's like a coiled spring right now. We've got talk of Bitcoin strategic reserves this morning from David Sachs in the United States. We've got the Lummis bill approaching. I think we're in for a really wild ride. It's just the timeline is slightly different than we've experienced previously. So yeah, I'm incredibly positive, but I'm letting the charts do the talking. Bitcoin above 100, Bitcoin above 99,500 is when we can get really bullish again, and ultra bullish above 105,000. While anything below 100,000, we're just going to chop around for a little bit. So use that as your guidepost. Also look at the altcoin charts. Be patient, be disciplined. Don't lose your shirt. Just wait for strength. That's my view on this. So have a great day. See you soon. Bye.